What's up, gaming heroes? Welcome back to another awesome World of Warcraft video. In today's video, we're going to be checking out 6 fantastic material farms that you can farm to make absolutely loads of gold in World of Warcraft. So get your farming hat on, and let's get into the video. Remember to smash the like button to help the YouTube algorithm. Velcloth can be farmed over in Swamp of Sorrows, so it's actually quite easily accessible, especially for the Alliance. Now, if you're a Horde, it's also really easy to access. You simply just need to get the portal over to the Badlands and then fly to the Swamp of Sorrows. Super easy. Naturally, with it being quite a rare material, it does take quite a while for this to drop, but when it does drop, it sells for quite a lot of gold, and you can also use it to craft various different items that you can sell on the auction house for quite a decent profit. Now, I personally go through about 20 to 60 Velcloth a week, so this material farm is one of my nearest and dearest to my heart. I love using this, and I highly suggest it to loads of people out there to check it out. You get a few cool transmogs in various different bits and bobs from this location. Always check the cave for the little chest that sometimes spawns. I'm sure you guys will get on really well with this. It's a good one to farm as a group, but you can also farm it on your own. Absolutely no worries. Volatile water. This can be farmed over in Twilight Highlands. The volatile waters drop very regular, so you can actually farm this solo if you want to. However, it's much better as a group. I've farmed this previously solo, but personally, I just like this farm as a 5-man farm. Get everyone positioned correctly, and it's perfect. I've actually got a video on this if you want to check that out and get more advice on how you can farm volatile waters. Just make sure you buy the Potion of Treasure, and as this is a Cataclysm farm, Potion of Treasure will basically allow you to find these tiny treasure chests which have a chance of dropping various different trade goods from Cataclysm and volatiles and transmogs, so it's definitely worth grabbing one of those potions before you go out and do an hour of this farm. Essence of Undeath. Now, this next one is a mixture of a material slash transmog slash recipe farm, but I've kept it in because Essence of Undeath does insanely well on pretty much every realm. And the reason for that is enchanters need an Essence of Undeath to make the Tomb of Illusions Azeroth. Now, this is basically a form of appearance transmog that people need to buy in order to unlock all basically appearances from a given expansion, and this one would be Azeroth, so the very vanilla of the game, okay? Now, not only are you farming Essence of Undeath on this, you're also farming the Scarlet Crusade. You're also farming the Crusader mobs, which effectively will drop the Crusader enchant. They'll also drop loads of transmogs and loads of little recipes as well that you can get along the way. You can actually get a couple of bags here as well, 16 slot bags you can sell on the auction house. If you're on a full pop round, they won't sell for very much, but at a low pop, they should sell really well. In my experience, I've managed to get the Crusader enchant once per hour, and I've done this 5 times, and I think I've done it 3 times on stream or in recordings on my channel if you want to check that out. Now, the actual mobs that drop the Crusader enchant are the Scarlet Archmages. Now, the Scarlet Archmages do drop it, but they don't instantly respawn, so you're best off actually just killing every single mob in the area, go into every single building, just destroy every mob you can, and you'll have a higher chance of getting more Essence of Undeath, more greens, more recipes. Everything as a whole will just make you a lot more gold. I see loads of people just go here and just wait for the Scarlet Archmages to spawn, and honestly, it takes ages and it's a complete waste of time. You can be making loads of gold from this farm, so make sure you go and check that out. The Crusader enchant does sell on the auction house if you want to sell the recipe itself for between 10 and 50k, so it depends on your realm. I have seen it above 50k, but typically it's between 10 and 50k. If I see one for 10k, I actually buy it and stick it back up for 20k, but that's my personal preference. Basilisk Eyes. Basilisk Eyes can be farmed in Outlands. You can access Outlands via the old Shattrath portal in each of the portal rooms for the respective factions. Simply put, you were actually farming a common but fairly rare item that, you know, it does take a while to sell these guys, but the beauty of it is when they sell a lot. Typically, people will be buying around 1,200 from the auction house at any given time. And it might take, you know, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to sell these, but when they do sell, you've sold 1,200 of these. Now, the region market value average on these is about 416 gold, across various different realms. Now, this is obviously going to be dependent on what realm you're on. Sometimes it will be like 100 gold, sometimes it'll be less. It's very dependent upon where it is you are playing. But the main thing is, when you are farming these, farm a good 1,200, stick them on the auction house, then ignore the farm. You don't need to worry about it. Don't come farm this if you're desperate for gold this instant, because it's going to take you a little bit of time to sell this stuff. People buy these Basilisk Eyes because they need them for a reputation, the two factions within Shattered City, and a lot of crafters will actually go and buy these because it basically means that they can craft more stuff within Outlands. It's a really good farm to have skinning with because you can actually skin the basilisks, and that will give you not hide leather and various other goods, which is really, really awesome. This is a great farm to do solo, but you can also do this as a group, and it's far more efficient as a group. I actually did this solo on my druid as I was leveling from level 46 to 50. It wasn't a huge amount of gold per hour, especially because, you know, it takes a little while to kill the mobs, but the beauty of it was I got 17k gold per hour as a solo druid, just killing stuff, you know, fairly slowly. It's not one-shotting, is it, at level 47? We were killing stuff, and I got quite a lot of experience. So it was a nice little tactic to farm and make gold at the same time. Primal Fires. Primal Fires can be farmed from the incandescent Fellsparks over in Kil'jaeden, Throne of Kil'jaeden. Now, this is a really common spot to farm materials. I've made a video on this previously. Make sure you're killing the fire elementals here. You will probably come into some competition and see a bunch of other people. Don't get aggressive with them. Just invite them to your group and be friends, because the more people there farming, the more loot you're going to get, and the happier you're going to be when you stick them on the auction house and you sell them for an absolute banging profit. Now, the reason Primal Fires sell so well is another Tomb of Illusions. Tomb of Illusions Outlands, and people need Primal Fires for those. I personally have to farm quite a lot of Primal Fires, or I have to buy them from the auction house, and usually people are controlling this market quite a lot on the auction house, because, you know, you can buy loads of moats for a little bit cheaper, then turn them into primals and sell them back on the auction house as primals. Enchanters typically just want to buy the primals from the auction house and then turn them into the Tomb of Illusions and get those sold. Tomb of Illusions gives on average, I'd say, about 2 to 5k profit each time they craft it, so they're happy to buy, you know, these Primal Fires at quite a high rate. Now, the other thing that's involved in Tomb of Illusions as the crafting materials is the next farm, which is Primal Manor. Primal Manners can be farmed from Kirinvar Village over in Netherstorm Outlands. Again, it's super easy to access. Don't bother flying through the flight paths. It's going to take you absolutely ages to get there. You're better off just flying straight from Shattered City yourself, or flying over to Throne of Kil'jaeden, doing like an hour there, then flying simply from Throne of Kil'jaeden over to Kirinvar Village. This place, you can't use Moonfire on the mobs, guys, so if you're farming on a druid, make sure you swap it to Sunfire instead, and just because they're immune to Moonfire, because they are those types of elementals, and they drop quite a lot of actual motes of mana, and a lot of greens. These greens, because they're farmed quite a lot, typically don't have a huge value on the auction house, so might be a suggestion to disenchant those and then sell the materials on the auction house instead. The motes of mana can be turned into Primal Mana, which are again used in the Tomb of Illusions, and these sell quite well on the auction house. If you want to sell the materials, you can sell it on the auction house like that, or you can actually learn the enchanting recipe yourself when you hit maximum Outlands enchanting, and that should be super easy. Alright, there you go, guys. 6 fantastic material farms you can do in World of Warcraft to make a lot of gold. Really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you smash the like button and click subscribe. If you want to support me, head over to my Patreon. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching. This is Rosium, out!